And I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Oh, what it is, what it do. Peace and love to the guys and goddesses and all the high vibrating species on the planet, man. How we living out there, y'all? How are we living out there? How the world treating you? Oh yeah, we into your grand rising. Hit you with a grand rising. It's early. I'm up early getting it cracking for y'all. I'm talking up early. And we are back with more hookah, trees, and SCPs. In the building. I hope everybody doing good out there though. But yo, we got a teenage succubus that we finna deal with right now, y'all. A teenage succubus. Just dealing with the succubi period. It's a situation in itself. If you never dealt with the incubus or the succubus, believe me, you don't want to do that. You don't want no parts of that unless you understand it, because there is an aspect of it where you can actually use such demon to your benefit. But for the most part, these things do take your life force, and ultimately, you know what I'm saying, eventually comes. If you keep dealing with them in such a manner, or they just taking advantage of you. Taking your life force is definitely taking your life force. Ultimately, you do transcend the realm dealing with them if you just let them have their way with you. I've actually dealt with the succubus myself personally, so I know what you can go through, the dreams and practically being in your dreams. You know what I'm saying? They just take it type of deal. But I had to do a lot of research to figure out exactly what I needed to do, what was actually taking place. For one, I had to figure that out, what was really taking place. And then I had to figure out what I had to do in order to remove such demon from my life, which I was successful in doing so. But anyways, this is SCP-166. And numerology, 6, 12, okay. So we got a teenage succubus, and this is an old version that has been rewritten. So we're gonna check this out, okay? So, Academates, thank you for joining me, of course. I hope you got what you need, because I do. And if you're new, just pull up a chair and find out what it is that we do right about now. Bustin'.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Dr. Miller, peace.
My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be studying today is SCP-166.
Let's get
Object
it.
Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-166 can be kept safely in a minimal security environment. As SCP-166 is housed in a Standard Class B suite at Site-17, with the following alterations. The adjacent suite has been redesignated into a local observation post. Translucent acrylic panels have been placed in the approach corridor and staging area to prevent direct line of sight into the containment suite from the exterior hallway. Warning signs have been placed throughout the containment area, indicating that no male personnel are permitted in the area. Reasonable requests for personal items and modifications to the containment suite may be granted upon approval by a level 4 or higher authority. To date, SCP-166 has requested a copy of the Holy Bible due a Remus Challoner revision. Granted. A Catholic Rosary. Granted. Access to a Catholic priest for confession, Mass, and other sacraments. Denied. Various books and magazines, mostly religious in nature. Granted, pending review and approval of contents. A telephone with which to contact the abbess of the convent in Cornwall, England. Granted, SCP-166 is to be allowed 1 hour of telephone time a week to this phone number only. SCP-166 is generally content to remain in her quarters, as long as she is provided with entertainment in the form of religious materials, books, television, and art supplies.
So why is she denied confession or mass? Why is she denied that? I mean, of course, I know I'm saying when they're dealing with the mass, you may have to go somewhere, but if she's contained in such a manner, then why can't the priest just go there and just have a personal session with her and be supervised? I mean, but yeah, of course, y'all said she can't have any contact with men, right? I mean, this can't be done over the phone. And y'all just not listening because you can't be listening to the personal stuff. But y'all nosy as hell, so yeah, okay, I got it. I got it.
In return for her cooperation in her own confinement, SCP-166 is to be allowed a 12-hour excursion away from Site-17 to an adjacent uninhabited island no more than once per month. Limited Release Protocol 19A is observed in these cases, with the added restriction that no male personnel are to be allowed within 500 meters of SCP-166 during transport, and no male personnel are to be allowed on the island during her stay.
I'm sure they're going to explain that.
As even the lightest clothing tends to cause pressure ulcers, bed sores. Within 45 minutes of constant wear, SCP-166 is allowed to go nude for medical purposes. Garments and bed linens are to be made of long staple cotton and should be changed.
Hold on, guys. Even the lightest clothing tends to cause pressure. Okay. Gotcha. All right, so pretty much what this is saying, if y'all don't really get it, because I know he's not explaining this for real. Clothing, cotton, restricts electricity. So it bothers her body, her avatar, when she's being constricted, when her electricity, electromagnetic propulsions are being restricted, where it can't really function and operate and reach out and do what it's supposed to do. That's why they put clothing on us. Because some of us are electromagnetic beings and some of us are electric beings. So when you put this cloth on, it restricts your electricity, and that's severing your connection to the earth, severing your connection to the sun. Some of us, not all of us, you know what I mean? So, but when it comes to the connection to the sun, those with the magnetic propulsions, when you're just electric, then you can just pull off the electric powers, or y'all see what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying, you can pull that from the earth. The the magnetic part comes from the actual soul in the connection with the sun, solar. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, everybody on the planet don't actually have a soul. So those things that don't have a soul can't have a direct connection with the sun. So you have to pull your electricity from somewhere else, and cloth restricts that. So therefore, that's why she can't be wearing all clothes and stuff, because it fucks her up, which it does the same thing to us as well. We just don't realize it. So that's just food for thought. Do your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Get you some dibs on it. Get some dibs on it. Don't just believe everything I say. Get some dibs on it. You'll find out. You know what I'm saying? Glass, plastic, these things, the rubber, you know what I'm saying? All this constricts electricity, right? We know this. And if you're an electrical being, when you're putting on cloth and rubber and all these things, what are you doing to yourself? Think about it. Let's get it.
Changed weekly. Male staff are forbidden from viewing or entering the direct vicinity of SCP-166 Violation of this order will result in immediate disciplinary review and possible termination. At least one female staff member must remain in adjacent observation room at all times and maintain direct visual observation of SCP-166 through viewing slits or closed-circuit television. In order to minimize the risk of accidental exposure, all cameras and windows shall be equipped with translucent filters with at least 50% exclusion of detail. No permanent record shall be kept of any photographic evidence of SCP-166's appearance. SCP-166 requires no sustenance, save approximately 1 cc of human semen, administered orally on a weekly basis. Arrangements have been made with a local sperm bank for this purpose. On-site procurement will be carried out in emergencies only. Despite the fact that SCP-166 requires no other sustenance, the subject can consume normal human food and does do so. Due to SCP-166's many health issues, medical evaluations should be carried out at least once per week. Description: SCP-166 appears to be a female human in her late teens, of average height and slender build. Medical and physiological analysis indicates several deviations from the baseline human norms, including accelerated hair growth, approximately 20 centimeters per month, vulnerability to airborne particulate matter such as cigarette smoke and aerosols, which can induce symptoms similar to an acute asthma attack, increased sensitivity to pressure ulcers, and alterations in dietary requirements. SCP-166 is noted for her unusual effect upon human males. Upon establishing visual contact with SCP-166, 100% of human males tested attempted immediate sexual contact, regardless of their normal sexual orientation. In approximately 70% of these test subjects, the impulse faded after being removed from SCP-166's presence. In 30% of these cases, however, the desire turned into obsession, resulting in violent attempts to gain access to SCP-166. Class A amnestics were efficacious in 43% of these cases. The remainder required termination. SCP-166's effect on males causes her no small amount of distress, not least due to her desire to follow a monistic life based on the principles of chastity, poverty, and obedience. For this reason, and others, contact between her and any human male is strictly prohibited. Addendum 166-A. Circumstances of retrieval. SCP-166 was originally retrieved from a convent in Cornwall, England. According to the nuns, she had originally been delivered to the convent by a person of indistinguishable features, who claimed that she was the offspring of an elder creature of great power, and provided instructions for her care. All attempts to locate the mother have been unsuccessful to date. SCP-166 was raised by nuns in a cloistered environment until a young man, Subject A, who sneaked into the convent to visit one of the novices, accidentally caught sight of her. 3 days later, Subject A became violent and attacked the convent, attempting to gain access to SCP-166. Subject A proceeded to kill one nun and severely injure 3 others before being neutralized by force. A Foundation operative consulting with a local priest regarding an unrelated matter heard of the incident and proceeded to the scene. When he too became enamored, the operative immediately cut off contact, placed himself into confinement, and requested a female operative from command to take over the retrieval operation. Agent Beatrix Maddox made contact with the Mother Abbess shortly afterward, negotiating the transfer of SCP-166 to Foundation facilities for containment and research. Addendum 166-E. Text of a letter, unknown origins, placed in SCP-166's suite on... Dear... I first met your mother when she was a girl. She had hooves for feet and starlight in her eyes. She was beauty and nature, and I killed her with my own 2 hands. Eden isn't a place, it's a state of being. They wanted to take us back to it. I stopped them. I took paradise away from us for a second time. I have never regretted my actions on that day, except one, that when you first met me on that day, you saw your father put a bullet into the head of your mother. I make no excuses, only explanation. I hope you understand why I did what I did. I hope you forgive me. I love you. I wish I could have done more for you. The best I could do was leave you in the hands of kind and loving people and hope they would raise you in my place. From what I've seen, they did well. I'm sorry you couldn't stay with them. I'm sorry they've brought you to this place. I promise to do my best to make sure your stay here is pleasant. I promise to keep you safe. Happy 16th birthday, honey. Your father. And that about does it for today. Thank you all for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
I mean, okay. I get it now. You feel me? I get it now, but god dang, bro. It's kind of messed up, man. Teenager. But then again, so shit, it sound like mom's was like, you know what I'm saying, like she was like Pan or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he said she had hooves for feet and starlight in the eyes. I know exactly what that is. You know, hey. You know what I'm talking about? He said he had to put her down, bro. That's messed up. That's damn. Okay, so I mean, so she is. All right, so she's a succubi. So she was born a succubus, and she just automatically, men are just automatically drawn to her, no matter the age. Doesn't matter. They're just, so no man can be around her at all, or they going. Damn. I don't really know what I don't shit, man. I don't really dang. That sucks, bro. You know, I mean, that really sucks that like she. Okay, so is she normal? Other than the fact that happens, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, he didn't say nothing bad. Like he didn't say nothing bad about it, right? Like, I don't know, man. I think we're missing some shit here. I think there's a lot of stuff missing, and they just like really just made this one short. So I don't know if y'all got something else on little lady right here. Y'all let me know in the comment section if y'all done found something more. You know what I'm saying, on her, in her situation. And like, I get it though. You know what I'm saying? People going violent trying to get to that thing. I get it. You know what I'm saying? She needs to be put somewhere where she cool, but I mean, I don't think locking her up is cool though either. You know, I mean, you ain't got like no remote place y'all can put her where, you know what I'm saying, where it ain't nothing but women or some shit. You feel me? Like, does she necessarily got to get locked up? But I don't know. Maybe there's more to the story, and you know what I'm saying, this is all that Dr. Miller can give us. But anyways, hey, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Of course, you know, we're going to keep running them up. If y'all got any more requests, send them on through. You know what I'm talking about? And we're going to run that thing up too. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Keep your head on the swivel out there. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected. Try not to let the world drive you crazy. Pay attention to the details because we know who in them. Definitely do you some due diligence on the succubus and the incubus. And, you know what I'm saying? Get familiar with such spirits and how they operate, because you never know, you know what I'm saying, you could have one operating in your life, and you just not be aware. So, you know what I'm saying, get yourself aware on some of this stuff, man. Don't just, you know what I'm saying, turn a blind eye to it, or turn your nose up to it like it ain't nothing, you know what I mean, because I'm here to tell you, even if you believe in it or not, because you don't believe in it does not make it not true, and don't mean these things don't believe in you. And that's how a lot of people get advantage taken of them, when they just, you know what I'm saying, just turn a blind eye to something. You don't want to do that every time, especially dealing with the spiritual world. And there's spiritual happenings going around you all the time. Everybody. There's always spiritual happenings around you. You know what I'm saying? All the time. And if you're not aware, boy, can you become a victim of some stuff that's just mind-boggling. But the information is not hard to find, and you know what I'm saying, the battle to fight back, it's not even hard to fight back. It's just got to be aware of what's really taking place. But I'll leave you with that, and peace and love to the guys and goddesses and all the high vibrating species on the planet. Continue to vibe high. You know what I mean? And till next time.